Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. It's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Indianapolis Colts taking on the New England Patriots.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest three-game win streak. On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5. This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6th-string quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Throwing on first down, Oakland. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Operating from the gun, Oakland. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Mark Andrews. His 21st touchdown of the season, and the Pats have taken the early lead.
Could not have scripted it any better, and many offenses do script their opening possession on offense. They followed that one perfectly. Took the ball right downfield and scored, giving energy not just to the offensive unit, but to their team overall.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. A look at the numbers for Mack from last week. 18 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
31-yard line.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here.
And right now they're in that number 2 spot. They would love to hold on to that, but obviously first things first. They want to clinch the division.
And that's what everyone plays for. Win your division first, guarantees you a spot in the playoffs, but still a nice spot to be in. Not as good as it was when the number 2 seed meant a first-round bye. That's all changed with the new playoff system, but still a nice spot to be in.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And now a shot into coverage. Downfield is complete. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there for New England. 46 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Oakland. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. You know, Charles, season winding down. Time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
A throw taken in by Sims.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
And Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Taken in at the 22. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Patriots take over. Coming back out to take the field, Mark Andrews and company. And we roll the highlights of the game he's had. You know, when we talk about wide receivers and how you shut them down, what about when you have a tight end like this having a game? How do you stop him defensively?
It really changes what you're trying to do, because defensively you're worried more about the wideouts. Okay, how are we going to cover them? The running backs, how are you going to shut them down? But the tight end is that elusive, unique player. Linebacker covering him, quarterback covering him, safety covering him. Always has the advantage. Usually has final answer against anyone who tries to defend him.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw on 2nd down. Oakley gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
New England.
They run with Hunt. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 22-yard line.
And a Patriot 1st down.
From the gun, Oakley firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Operating from the gun, Oakley. Escaping the pressure right. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
It's now 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, Winston again. Open man here, Sims complete. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 11 yards there, 1st down. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And now it's 2nd down. To the air again with Winston. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Again, it's Winston. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the 1st. They'll throw again. Winston. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Jameis again. And he comes back with one complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. From the gun, Oakland. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Patriots.
On 1st down, Oakland. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Oakland eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
1st down, New England.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Oakland. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Oakland on the crossing route, complete. It's Andrews. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The final shot before break. Oakland, he lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. So we've come upon halftime, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
This will make it into the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
From the gun, Winston. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go on. pass incomplete. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 36. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down. Now Michelle. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
That's out to his running back, Michelle. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Hilton. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. They'll turn to Michelle as they go back to the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And it's Michelle once again. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready and looked for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Yeah, the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the left. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench, because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Colts set to take over here offensively. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston, he completes this one to Mack. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Winston. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
Petty touchdown.
The Colts are able to draw a bit closer. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for 1st.
And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Hilton. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down.
1st down, New England.
And they're going to try to eat some clock with Michel. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 7. And a Patriot 1st down.
On the run, this is Hunt. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Michel. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, We're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 12-yard line.
Again, it's Michel. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
At their own 25-yard.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you can go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now, because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away, because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Patriots, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll limp to the finish line with a final record of 5-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around.